Hey guys, how's it going? This is HrajeČesky. Today we're going to be reviewing S640 by VEIKK. This is an interesting one because I've never seen or even heard of any products coming from this company called VEIKK. With that said, I was contacted by the company saying that they have produced a tablet for Osu gameplay, and I was interested to see how it was stacked up against the likes of CTL480 by Wacom and G640 by XP Pen, the two of which are highly regarded as the best tablets made for Osu. And before we get into the unboxing, I wish to give you a little bit of description from their website. They claim that this is a small tablet with many functions, especially for capitalized Osu gaming. I hope they fix that to lowercase. It's going to be compact and easy to carry. The dimensions will be 218 millimeters by 130 millimeters and 2 millimeters in thickness. It will also have a tablet pen that is passive, which means you don't need battery for it. It's gonna be the quote-unquote gospel for Osu gamers, and you can enjoy the pleasure from Osu game. It will be compatible with most operating systems such as Mac and Windows, etc., etc. And the specs are here. It will be 6x4 inches active area, 230 reports per second, and it says that the reading height is 5 millimeters. Although I've tested this tablet out and it's sitting at actually about 12 millimeters, so you can completely ignore that number. With all the stats aside, we'll finally be getting into the unboxing of S640 by VEIKK. I'll be using an X-Acto knife. Any box cutter will actually do it to open the label / sticker. And as you open this up, you'll be greeted with the tablet body wrapped up in plastic. And if you lift the entire thing up, you'll also find other tablet accessories sitting underneath it. The tablet pen is sitting in some kind of casing. The quick start guide is inside a plastic wrap. And there's a CD made out of paper, actually. Tells you to go download some driver here, but it's actually a thank you letter, so I kind of felt bad after ripping that aside. There's also a tablet pen remover with 8 extra nibs. Putting all accessories aside, let's take a deeper look at the tablet body. It's wrapped up in plastic wrap, which very interestingly, it just comes off like from the top. Very unexpected. As you can see on the back, this material is actually very close to that of G640. And on the front, it is extremely shiny. I mean, it's one of the shiniest tablet products that I've ever seen in my life. And with its black color scheme, it actually makes it one of the sexiest tablet body I have ever witnessed in any tablet review. So yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised to see that. And as you can see, it's 2 millimeters in thickness. It's very nice and thin. And as you flip it over, you'll also find that this tablet has an attached cable that you cannot remove that connects to the USB port to your computer. And what good is a HrajeČesky review without a tablet comparison? So I brought my nicely scratched up XP Pen G640. I actually don't mind that scratch. It's kind of like a sign of my hard work put into it. And because their active areas are identical of 6x4 inches, they'll overlap perfectly. And if you also put them side by side, you'll notice that their thickness is basically identical. I actually have a suspicion that they're almost as if they're created from the exact same place. The difference, of course, would be the detachable cable of G640 and an attached irremovable cable of S640. Putting the tablet body aside, we'll finally be looking at the tablet pen. As we take it out of the casing, we'll notice that the tablet pen is nice and thin. It's almost as thick as a CTL480 pen and very slightly thicker than a G640 pen. It's colored in silver, and as you can see, there's no eraser at the back and has a little bit of a slanted edge on the top there. And as you can see, there's a seam in the middle of the tablet pen, as noticed by a line there. I tried to kind of twist it and pull it, see if it comes off. I didn't put too much pressure, but it didn't. The tablet pen buttons on the side felt kind of responsive, Not really perfect because it felt kind of rattly in its own place, and rattly buttons tend not to feel that amazing, so I felt like they could have made the tablet buttons a little bit more snug. Going to the tablet pen nib, it felt nice and responsive, pushy. And of course we have to compare it with the XP Pen G640 tablet pen. And as we put the two tablet pens side by side, we'll notice that the tablet pen button positions are almost identical. They also both have the seams. Obviously they're different in color, but I felt like their constructions were very similar, with the S640 pen being a little bit thicker than the G640 pen. The pens were also basically identical in weight, both very slightly lighter than the CT0480 pen. What I've also noticed was that compared to the G640's tablet pen, the S640 tablet pen was smooth, just like the CT0480 tablet pen surface. Some people like the texture, some people like the smoothness. And to fully utilize the tablet, you'll have to download the driver that is listed in their website. When the download finishes, you can click onto the software. Unfortunately, everything is in Chinese, but I figured that, just clicking whatever buttons that's given to you would, proceed with the installation. And when it asks for your permission, you say install. And whatever the checkbox on the bottom, I felt like it would be a good idea to leave anything off. I didn't understand what it was saying. So if you know Chinese, please leave a comment down below and let me know what it was saying there. And after you connect your tablet to the computer, you'll be greeted with the tablet driver. We'll go straight to the mapping, and we'll find out that all the necessary features are there. If you want to change the tablet area, you can go to the working area setting, click part, and you can drag the corners of the tablet area, just like the XP Pen kind of style of area changing. You can also punch in the numbers on the bottom. There's also the Wacom strategy where you can click the corners. You can click the top left corner and the bottom right corner, and then it will settle the area for you. And I really want to applaud VEIKK for actually doing this right. They've made a tablet software that you can change your area whichever way you want. You can click the top left and bottom right corner to create a rectangle of your own. You can drag the corners of the area to kind of micromanage. And you can, of course, punch in the numbers to give you the most accurate area. The only thing that's missing in this tablet driver is the forced proportions button. And if you click that, it's supposed to change and morph your tablet area so that it matches your screen's proportions. If we have that, that would be perfect. There's also right hand and left hand mode. Just a really nice feature for left-handed people, so the wrist doesn't get in the way of your, thicker tablet side. Basically, this tablet driver is very nice. Always remember to disable Windows Ink, by the way. I don't know what's in here, functions, about us, pen pressure, everything else is kind of, pointless. You can also disable the tablet side buttons if you want. Welcome back everybody. While the Liveplay is happening on the background, I wanted to give you my final thoughts on S640 by VEIKK. The tablet is sitting at $24 on Amazon with Prime shipping eligibility, which means that it is going to be about $5 to $6 cheaper than G640, which is also sold on Amazon. With that pricing alone, I feel like this is going to put this tablet on a very competitive range for people who are on a budget. If you can't find a CT0480, or if you can't afford G640 because of its slightly higher price range, which I highly doubt is going to be the case for people, but it's still a very good reason for you to go for this tablet. In terms of driver, the driver is smooth, as in that it has a little bit of added slight input lag to counter the chatter and noise. For some people this may be an issue, but for me, I prefer this over any other lagless drivers any day because my hand is very shaky, and for people whose hand is almost as shaky as mine, then you might want to consider getting this. Although this really shouldn't be too much of an issue, I feel like input lag can always be kind of adjusted to your own liking. Some people play better with input lag, some people don't. It's all your preferences. You'll have to feel it out on your own. And overall, I felt like this tablet is basically identical to G640, but slightly, with the question mark, slightly better pen. If you prefer the smooth tablet pen surface like that of CTO480, then you'll most likely, like this pen. In terms of dragging and X-tapping, I really didn't have much experience with this tablet because that's not my playstyle, so giving you any kind of idea as to how it felt, I'll end up giving you an incomplete and partial review in that regard, so I intentionally left that out. So if you want to try X-tapping or dragging, you'll have to, get it for yourself and kind of like feel it on your own, because I'm not expert in that field. And therefore, overall, this is an amazing, great tablet. I actually put this on the same level as G640 and CTO480, which I call it the big boys league. So yeah, if you do want to get a tablet for yourself, do consider this one. I didn't expect to say this, but this is actually on the same level as G640 in terms of, recommendation. If newer players come in, I would always recommend people to get G640 if you can't find CTO480. This will be another option for them to look for. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And hit the subscribe and like button if you want to see more OSU related contents in the future. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.